This all facts, this ain't no verse shit. I done fought the state on some verse shit. Feeling like Franklin the day he touched his first brick.
What's good and what up? It's your brother SamAnt. Here at Viral Hip Hop News. Do me a favor, family, before we get started with the content. Y'all know what to do. Go up top and hit that like button. Alright, so Bun B, Houston OG, found himself in a serious situation on Tuesday. Bun B shot an unarmed man suspected of invading his home in southwest Houston on Tuesday. Now, police say that Bun B's wife heard the doorbell ring and opened the door without looking, believing it was an Amazon delivery package. When she answered, a man wearing a mask pointed a gun at her head and demanded property as he forced his way into their home. Now, fearing for her life, obviously, Bun B's wife pleaded with the suspect, identified as 20-year-old DeMonte Jackson, not to harm her and told him to take the car in the garage. Bun B, whose real name is Bernard Freeman, heard the commotion, grabbed a gun, and came downstairs. The rapper confronted Jackson in the garage as they both fired shots at each other, police say. Now, the suspect ran away and later showed up at the hospital for treatment for a gunshot wound to his shoulder. Jackson has been charged with 2 counts of aggravated robbery and 1 count of burglary. Bun B, who police says has not been charged, was not injured, and neither was his wife. Absolutely counting blessings, thanking God about that. This is a fucked up situation. This isn't a situation that's new. This situation happens all the time, that being armed robberies. You got a kid that's 20 years old that you guys can see up top who could have really changed the lives of many, many people. He could have died. Hell, his Bun B's wife could have unfortunately passed away. Bun B himself could have passed away. Just looking at this young man's picture kind of reminds me of, and shout out to all my Redskins fans out here, the late, great Sean Taylor, who was he was drafted 15 years ago, I believe yesterday, to the Washington Redskins, the greatest free safety, if you ask me, of all time, who unfortunately passed away due to robbers entering his home while he, his wife, and his daughter, his girlfriend at the time, was asleep. Sean Taylor came with a machete, got shot in his artery, and his leg bled out. If you know the story, you know the story. Very sad. As I sit here and look at this young man, it reminds me of those young men who entered his house just young, wild, and out of control, and how now those men are sitting in jail for life, and how Sean Taylor's life is no longer here. Just thank God, and fortunate enough that Bun B was able not only to protect his home, but no one was killed, no one was harmed. Now, you can't blame Bun B in this situation. You got his wife sitting down there in danger, gun to her head. His life, his home has been compromised, has been violated, and that man had to do what he had to do to protect his own. All that being said, I do not know Bun B personally. Very intellectual man, very about his culture, definitely in tune with what's going on out here. Didn't want to shoot a young black male at all, especially a young black male who I'm sure if he had conversation with that young male would remind him of himself, walk like him, talk like him back when he was 20 years old. All that being said, all bets are off when a man enters your house. I don't give a fuck what color he is. I don't give a fuck if he reminds you of himself. When it's up to you to take care of your family, man, woman, or child, you have to do what you have to do to protect your own. Bun B did such. Salute to that man. I'm glad that the young man was not killed. But that young man needs to sit his ass down for a while. You can't go up in people's cribs trying to violate them. You cannot violate their women. You cannot violate their family. That will get your ass killed. Count your blessings that it did. Leave a comment in the comment section right now. Let me know what you think of this situation. Man, this is crazy, but thank God nobody got hurt, like I said. Also, in the description box, just links to our Twitter and IG, which you also see up top. Make sure you subscribe to those. And make sure you subscribe to the most underrated, most dangerous podcast on YouTube, iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, and all major online outlets to date. The Uncensored True Podcast from my brother O-God over at Hip Hop News Uncensored. We are self-made, self-owned. No one puts any money up for us. No one takes care of our lighting or production. Nothing. It's self-made, self-owned by yours truly and my brother O-God. Make sure you support the movement. Always trying to keep it raw, real, and uncut here at Viral Hip Hop News. Until next time, until next story, I sincerely appreciate each and every one of y'all. And I'm out of here, man. Peace.
This all facts, this ain't no verse shit. I done fought the state on some verse shit. Feeling like Franklin the day he touched his first brick. First trip, I did 95 all night. The Chuck Taylor Converse off-white. The laser at your eyes if it's on sight. Gray solar red with the orange stripe. When I brought